Well, welcome back. I'm here with Patricia Kearns. She is the president and CEO of QLI. Patricia, thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's really an honor to be here.
Yeah, and so you were one of our what we call our game changers, and this is a feature that we do in every issue that's a collaboration with Planet Omaha. We pick out amazing women in the community to highlight, not just for your kind of what you do with QLI in the business sense, but also just how you contribute back to the community. So.
Well, thank you. You have featured so many amazing women.
Yeah.
It is really, again,
well,
it's such an honor
I don't
to
know.
be here.
It was a no-brainer. So let's just talk a little bit. I just want to talk a little about you, kind of your background and where you came from, and then we'll get into your role at QLI. So let's just talk about talk about your childhood, where you came from, and all that good stuff.
So I grew up in a really small town in western Nebraska, a rural part of Nebraska, a small town called Gordon.
Yeah.
Beautiful community, about 2,500 people, and in that day, it was one of the safest communities you could imagine. We'd leave our door unlocked at night, leave your car unlocked with your purse on the front seat. You know, you could be gone all day as a child riding your bike around town, and just really, really a great experience as a child growing up.
Yeah. So what through your educational career, because I want to kind of get to where you came to be at QLI. So just talk a little bit about, where you went to college and kind of how you find yourself at QLI.
You bet. Well, as much as I loved my small town,
yeah.
I knew we were about a little bit in the middle of nowhere, and I did want to move on and explore a career and opportunity. So I ended up at Doane College for 3 years, and then ended up in a graduate program for physical therapy at the University of Nebraska Medical Center here in town. My experience along the way, I suppose growing up in my small town, the experience I had along the way at each of those college settings was a great preparation for me, both from a work ethic standpoint, the education I received, to I suppose get me to where I am today.
Right. So you came into the QLI family as a physical therapist?
I did.
And so how many years ago was that?
That was almost 18 years ago.
Okay.
And wow, I was a young and clueless physical therapist. So while I received an amazing education at the university here in town, I was only about 2 years out of school when I was lucky enough to receive a phone call and a job offer from Dr. Kim Hogeveen, our founding CEO. And well, I had been practicing orthopedics for a couple of years and really didn't know anything about brain injury or spinal cord injury rehabilitation. So I have no idea to this day how I got the job, but I was lucky enough to get hired. And I think going into that position, QLI is such a unique setting. We have such a unique culture, a healthy culture. I think it was really to my benefit that I had no idea what I was doing, because it positioned me to be open. I had the work ethic to learn, but not knowing positioned me to be open to learning, allowed me to rely on the amazing team members I had around me to teach me, to push me, to give me feedback, and to help me grow. And I value that.
So when you were hired into that position 18 years ago, did you aspire to be leading the company? I mean, what were your...
Absolutely not. Dr. Hogeveen will probably tell this story differently. He'll probably tell you that I always had my eye on the CEO role, but when I finished physical therapy school, I really, really enjoyed being a physical therapist. And my view of management at the time wasn't all that positive. It was the negative side of, handling things that were going wrong, sitting behind a desk. And my focus was really on helping people. And so after physical therapy school, I really had my mindset that I didn't want to have anything to do with a management type of position. And that was true when I went into QLI. I really didn't have any desire to do that.
Well, let's spend the next few minutes, 5 minutes, talking about QLI. And in a nutshell, what is QLI?
You bet. So we are a nationally recognized rehabilitation and long-term care facility focused on serving individuals who have a brain injury or spinal cord injury. I know you've been to campus, so I think on a day-to-day basis, and thank you for coming, on a day-to-day basis, I think I might describe it as a community of individuals who are there to bring the best out in each other. Our focus on the individuals we serve, the families we serve, but also our focus on our team members and on each other. How can we come together as a community to bring the best out in each other? Because
you're not only nationally recognized, but aren't you like one of the best places to work, not just in Omaha, but around the country? Or
You bet. Well, we've received the Best Place to Work award 7 times here in Omaha, as well as 2 Sustained Excellence awards. If you keep talking about it, I'll keep bragging about it, but we are really, really proud of the effort that we put into building and maintaining a healthy culture at QLI.
So we talked a little bit about your career path. Let's just talk a little bit more about QLI, I mean, one of the things I was reading, because we have this great article again on you in the October, November issue, there's mentorship. You talk a lot about mentorship and connecting with different nonprofits in the community with that.
So, absolutely. Well, I'm a product of mentoring myself.
Yeah.
I can remember back to junior high, the mentors I had in my teachers and coaches, and certainly at QLI, mentors Dr. Hogeveen, a number of other leaders at QLI who were willing to take time away from what they were doing to invest in my success. And since I've been in this role, I've had a number of female leaders from across the community that have been willing to support me. And I feel an obligation to pay that forward to other up-and-coming leaders, male or female, but in particular female leaders that are looking to develop their career. So I love mentoring. I'm a teammates mentor. We have almost 40 teammate mentors at QLI, mostly in the North Omaha area. We love the teammates organization. I have an 8th grader that I have the pleasure of spending time with once a week. She is lovely. I enjoy that process. We, as an organization, we do a lot of work with UNO. They've been such a terrific support to us, and we've had a chance to be part of their programs as well. Coach Lang, Brittany Lang, has done a phenomenal job of building a mentoring program for the UNO women's basketball team, and it's been a pleasure to be a part of that. So I have a chance to mentor one of the women's basketball players, and an amazing, she's a sophomore this year. The team's going to be fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited about it.
How exciting, because I know you're also a mother, you've got a family, and so balancing your QLI, your position there and really making a huge impact. You also have your family,
right?
Which is great. I want to talk a little bit about the expansion of the campus, because it does continue to grow, and I've seen that. I mean, I've been doing what I've been doing for 28 years. So we were just talking before we got on on film about the 20 years ago is when you did the
expanded our East Campus. So so we're celebrating overall our 28th anniversary this year of our doors opening on the Rehab Campus. We did a major expansion in 1998 and opened a long-term care campus, and we've added on to that a few times, and we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of that this month of our long-term care campus, which is exciting. But we have a bunch of dreamers at QLI, a bunch of dreamers and a bunch of doers, and there is an endless amount of new ideas about how we can improve our services. We can add on to what we're doing to serve this really complex population of individuals, new opportunities that align with our strengths as an organization, and so lots of new ideas that are constantly in the funnel for us, and people who are willing to put forth the effort to make some of those ideas a reality. So we have an endless amount of things, I think, coming up for our future.
So just a couple other things before we end. You have like, this is a transitional space for a lot of people, that they come there and they're there for, I mean, not that long, maybe 90 days.
Yeah, about 3 months, 3.5 months on our rehab program.
And then you've got some people that are there for the most part for the rest of their life. Just talk a little bit about that and how, kind of the percent, how many people that are just there for 3 months, how many,
You bet. So on our rehab campus, we have 60 beds, and we are serving almost 200 individuals and their families from across the country who come to us anywhere from 30 days to about 9 months. Our average length of stay about 3 months. But our focus is on helping those individuals recover physically, cognitively, emotionally, and helping the individuals and their family address the social barriers they may be facing in order to get back to life. On our long-term care campus, we're serving almost 125 individuals, young adults who have suffered a severe brain injury or a high spinal cord injury. And while their life has been turned upside down by this injury, we've been able to provide a space where individuals really can be as independent, as healthy as they possibly can be, but most importantly, they can engage in life and find a way to be happy again.
So last question. What are you most excited about?
Well, home, Halloween, my favorite holiday. My 5-year-old just can't wait. She candy, costumes, it's perfect. At QLI, we have a lot of really exciting things coming up. We just launched a new telerehabilitation business this month. I'm excited to get that going and see it grow. And celebrating our 20th anniversary at QLI is exciting as well. But we're facing a lot of challenges as an organization right now, Medicaid funding and other things. But I think with those challenges, there's always opportunity. There's opportunity to get better and grow, and that's what our team's focused on.
So people can learn more about QLI at website?
teamqli.com.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I just want to say their profile is in our annual giving guide, so check that out as well to find out ways to give back. And we will be right back.